Well, it's lovely to have you with me and fantastic to be with you. It really is. And thanks very much indeed for calling through. Just a slightly bit late getting on this line tonight. One or two things were coming through late to me in the office, including a very, very big bet indeed, which I'm going to give you towards the end of this bulletin. It's a 9-1 dark horse. That's right, a 9-1, and it runs at Stratford. I just had it given to me before I come on air, so I just had to have a chat with this guy who normally is on the button, on the mark, and bang there. And it wouldn't surprise me if this one absolutely bolted up. So I'm going to give you that free of charge towards the end of the bulletin, so stay tight and I'll pass that on. It is in a handicap for the first time, and it is expected to do the business, and could be different class. Could be different class, that's the word I've had the mention from. So stand by and I shall give you that in just one moment. However, there are three other horses to tell you about, and they're very exciting bets indeed. And I say that not lightly. The first one I've got to tell you is a free bet. That's right, it's a free bet. Normally priced at £10. I'm going to give it you for free. That's right, I'm going to give it for free. It's from the same source who gave a horse called Rose of Arcadia, which won at Chepstow on Tuesday by nearly 10 lengths, 9.5 lengths I think. But if the jockey, Freddie Gingell, would have let it go, it would have won by a fence. The horse was looking around for dangers, the jockey on both shoulders, left and right, up the street. I mean, he must have had neck ache. It couldn't have been any easier win. It was definitely the easiest win of the season. And all the people, and there were hundreds and hundreds of people who bought that bet for £10, were never in a moment's worry. It was the easiest win of the season. So this horse I'm going to give you tonight, it's not a tenner. I'm charging you nothing. Nothing. I put it on general open release as a certainly loyalty bonus to the people who do buy extra bets and purchase information off me. But I'm also pointing out to everyone who don't or doesn't. So we're going to give you a little look at something tonight. And that one runs tomorrow at Clonmel. And it's on a horse very, very fancied to win. And my man says it should do the trick. Should do the trick. So that's coming up to you in a moment or two, free of charge. You paid a tenner for Rose of Arcadia. A lot of people did, hundreds and hundreds. But this one's not. You've got it down to Larkin. And I say it's for general release down to the fact that I'm giving it as a loyalty bonus bet. So that's two bets to tell you about. And the other two come from my top jumps guru. He really is the business. He's been with me many years. He's worked for me for a long time. And he only speaks when he's got something to say. He's one of those people. And when he's got something to say, he's got two horses running in the Midlands tracks tomorrow at Worcester and Stratford, and they pay 21-1 the double. So that's pretty special to say that. And two singles and a double is the order a day. Any one of those two win, you'll show a decent profit on the investment, return on investment. And if you get the double up, obviously it pays around 20-1, 21-1. I think it's 7-2 and 4-1 at the time of broadcasting. So four horses, they're all over the jumps as we move into the jump season now. But these are all over the jumps, including the free £10 bet, which I'll come to shortly. And I'll also come to that big bet at Stratford on a 9-10-1 chance, which is totally unexposed and can be anything, could be anything. And my man seems to think it is something. So that's something to look forward to as well. All these somethings and anythings. Let's hope it is something. So four bets coming up. Before I move into the message and give you the free bet, the 20-1 double and the dark horse, would you do me the favour of sticking that finger on the like button? Just give me a like. That's what I want. That's not because it gets me any views. I'm getting 2,000 views a day, just about. I think we're travelling at 70,000 views in the last 28 days. So the line is trending, and I'm really pleased with the channel, and I'm really pleased with you for being a part of it, because without you, it wouldn't be, well, it wouldn't happen, would it? So my job is to bring you as many winners as possibly can. I'm doing all I can. I'm giving you stacks of them, big ones as well. They don't all win, but around about 42% of them win or place at average odds of 7-1. It's very rare I come on here and have win bets, but I have got 3 win bets tonight, plus that dark horse. I said I don't often go win. On Tuesday, I went straight win on the horse called Rose of Arcadia. I told you, sold for £10. It absolutely hacked up. And I'm going for 3 horses tonight, all on the nose to win, plus 1 big dark horse, as I say, from a very, very shrewd cookie indeed. And with no more ado, don't forget to stick the thumb down and give it a thumbs up. I'd like to see that so much, because it means you're enjoying the journey with me as we move to 2023. I'm going to stay on here till 2023. I may be going, I may be staying. But if you want me to stay, I'm going to have some feedback, and I have to get some feedback, and I need the popularity. I need to know you're enjoying it. It's not just listening to it and then going away. Don't take 2 seconds to press that thumb You tell me the thumb and I will consider staying for 2023. 240 at Stratford. Seriously, come on, let's do it. Let's stick together. Canned heat, let's stick together. Let's work together. Let's work together. 240 Stratford, let's work on this one. Number 2, it's called Sheldon. Now this is from my very, very warm Jumpsman, as I say. It's not the free £10 bet. That runs in Ireland and is coming up shortly, so stay tight. Stay tight. I'm coming to that bet in a minute. Number 2, Sheldon is the first one I want to tell you about. It's in the 240 at Stratford upon Avon. Trained by Seamus Mullins. I've got a lot of time for Seamus Mullins as a trainer. I think he's very astute indeed. And I think he'll have another winner with this one. It's number 2. It's called Sheldon. I like it quite a lot. Very, 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 very nice bet, this one. It's priced at 7-2. I'm seeing there's a bit of 4-1. The trainer, Mullins, has had 11 winners from 64 this year. I don't think that's bad at all. This horse ran well last time up. It's had a breathing operation and ran 3rd at Warwick. That was a good run, a really good run, and I think it's got an outstanding chance. I really do. It's certainly going to come on for that run. Needed it, and it hadn't ran since, well, it hadn't ran for about 6 months, 5 months, and Mullins leaves a bit of the tank usually, and I think Sheldon's going to be a bit too good for these today, or tomorrow I should say, on Thursday, in what seems a very winnable race, 0-110. So number 2, Sheldon, my idea of the winner. I'm very, very sweet on it indeed. And it's your first bet of the day. It's dropping down in grade, actually. It ran up for 0-120 last time, so it's gone down to a very much easier opportunity to win 0-110. And saying will come on for the run, but it ran really well when 3rd at Warwick behind a horse called Guernsey, which I used to live in Guernsey for many, many years. Loved it out there in the Channel Islands. And number 2, Sheldon. That'll all do for me. 240 Stratford. It's your first bet of the day. Excuse me. And it goes in the 240 Stratford on Thursday, the 27th of October. The second bet is from the same guy who's given me Sheldon. As I say, worked for me for many, many years, and his strike rate is absolutely incredible. Not as good a strike rate as the guy who's given me the free £10 bet for you. He's striking at 90-odd%. So he's a real go-to man, and when he tells you something, I tell you what they usually do, not just win, they hackle, just like Rose of Arcadia. They're not always big prices, but when you're striking 90%, if you're backing 7-4 winners every time, it's, work the average, work it out for yourself. You don't have to be Einstein. It's just a license to print money. It really is. And that's what this is. So more about this bet coming up to you after this one. But let's go to Worcester for the 450. And this is the second bet of Thursday. And this is on a horse trained by a stable that I've had much success with very recently as well. I've tipped a lot of winners from this yard, and I think it's a yard which is going to have a lot of winners this year, no question about that. It's the yard of John Joe O'Neill, and this one's got his son on it. It's number 4. It's called BIOWAVEGO. It runs in the 450, trained by John Joe, and it's ridden by his son John Joe O'Neill Jr. Now then, this horse has come to hand, no doubt about that. This gelding has come to hand. It's been very, very patiently brought along by John Joe O'Neill. It's only had 4 runs since March, and since February it's had 5 runs, but it's just going very steadily along. It won at Uttoxeter back in July in a nice hurdle race there, over 2 mile 3, 2 mile 4. And then it raced in September. They give it a bit of a break, and it ran in September, finishing 3rd of 12, over a trip too short, 2.5. It's too short for this horse, and John Joe knows that, and what he's done is stuck it up in trip to 2.7, and that is absolutely pitch perfect. And the horse is running off a very, very winnable mark, 110. The assessors put it in at 110, and this is a very, very progressive 5-year-old who's totally unexposed and going up 3 furlongs in trip. Very, very patient approach by O'Neill, and this has got winner written all over it. It really has. Number 4, BIOWAVEGO, stepping up in trip off a very winnable mark of 110, gets my vote for a big win bet. Big win bet on BIOWAVEGO. I'm having a big win bet on Sheldon as well in the 240 Stratford, and I'm having a double as well to top it up. The double pays 21-1, and that can't be bad. So there we go. 2 bets from my very long-standing jumpsman, who's very warm indeed, has a high strike rate, picks decent price horses usually between 3-1 and 6-1. And, very, very warm indeed. 2 win bets. I expect one of them to win, and hopefully both will do the trick. That would be nice. Even if one wins, though, it's a profitable exercise, once again, from my man there. Now then, I'm going to give you this £10 bet now, and it's free of charge, right? So you don't have to worry about paying anything. There's no ticket to pay, there's no cost, there's nothing involved. It is on a horse that is extremely strongly fancied, obviously, and it's come from a man, I've just repeat myself there, who gave me Rose of Arcadia, which won the other day at Chepstow on Tuesday, very, very easily indeed. Now, this horse I'm going to give you runs in Ireland, so if you've got your Irish cards available, probably not, but it runs at the meeting at Clonmel, and this track's going to suit this horse down to the ground. Now, the horse is ridden by a young jockey called Charlie Mullins. Charlie Farley. Now, he's only a young boy, but he's rode 6 winners under rules, but he's got a real massive chance to win tomorrow. The horse is called Hey Johnny, and it runs in the 3:30 at Clonmel. 3:30 at Clonmel. Just going to get the number for you on that horse, because I didn't write it down when I was past this horse. It's the 3:30 at Clonmel, and I say it's ridden by a young boy called Charlie Mullins, who's an apprentice, and he claims £7. And that's a good claim, trust me, because he can ride a racehorse, this lad. And he's riding for Thomas Mullins, and the £7 claim's massive, because he's, for me, he's as good as apprentice there is in Ireland. Really, he's really, really good. This is an 80 to 102, a handicap hurdle, and this horse is stepping down from a 109 rated race, so it's really coming to a grade it can win in. And also with the claim of Mullins on board claiming 3, replacing Danny Mullins, who rode it for the last 4 times. It's got winner all over it, and the message I've got, it's going to take the world of beating and could literally hack up. There is a lot of runners in it, but there's a lot of, pardon the pun, dead weight as well. There's 19 runners, which you'd expect in Ireland at the moment. The ground's great for them, and you know it's not bad prize money, £10,000. But Hey Johnny is written all over a winner. It's got written all over a winner, and should have too much poke for these. It's got good form as a bumper. And this course will suit it as well. And with Charlie Mullins on it. And incidentally, Charlie won a bumper on this horse at Punchestown last season. So Charlie's won on a race on it, Charlie Mullins. And he's won a bumper on this race. And that was back in October last year at Punchestown. And he's not lost his claim. He still claims 7. So this is a fantastic opportunity. It'll be disappointed if it doesn't win. If it keeps this horse out of trouble, I can't see anything to stop it. It's a big field, but as I say, there's not many runners in it. They're going to be strung out like washing from here to Clonmel to Kildare. And number 2, Hey Johnny, is a free bet. It would normally be £10, as I say, because it comes from my man there who's 92%, very rarely run. I do a deal with him that if he gives me winners, I pay him. That's how it works. So if he gives me winners, I pay him. That's how it works. So if he doesn't give me winners, he gets nothing. So it's in his favour to certainly win. And Hey Johnny, he will get paid anyway, but you don't have to pay me. So it's number 2, Hey Johnny, in the 3:30 at Clonmel. Good luck with that one. All the forms, points to it, the jockey, trainer, everything. And given the fact it stays out of trouble, Charlie Mullins should win going away. Should win. That's it, simple as that. Okay, the final bet is a horse running at Stratford in the 5 o'clock. And it's a really interesting horse, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Don't forget to stick on that thumbs down for me, thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up, thumbs down. Put your thumbs down on the thumbs up, because I could really do with knowing you're enjoying the trip. Because I'm planning ahead. I'm planning for 2023. I've got some exciting developments. So many exciting developments. There's all sorts of things happening. There really is. But I need to know you want me on here and you're enjoying the ride, you enjoy the talk, and you just enjoy the companionship, but you enjoy the loads and loads of winners. Not everything can win, but I strike high. 42%, average price 7 to 1. That's winner each way over the last 2.5 years. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? So if you want me to continue with that on this channel, I will do, but you've got to show me you want me, because I can't, well, I've got a crystal ball, but I can't double guess everything, all right? I like to hear you as well as you hear me. Number 13, it's called Mixed Wave. It runs in the 5 o'clock at Stratford, trained by Pam Sly and ridden by Alan Johns. This horse has got nothing to recommend it. 10th of 16 last time, 5th of 6 the time before, 8th of 14 the time before that. However, Pam Sly's horses are in terrific form, and Pam Sly, very, very astute lady, has got this horse in a handicap for the first time in a 0 to 100 race at Stratford. And the message I've got from a very, very, very warm cookie indeed is this one could win first time up and could make a mockery of the handicap mark of just 75. Seems to be on the low side, my fellow reckons, and I trust him, and I'm going to pass it to you. Don't miss it. It's number 13. It's called Mixed Wave. It runs, I just double confirm that, in the 5 o'clock at Stratford. As I say, it's the first run of the season. I don't think it's run for quite a while. It's not ran since January January this year. So there we go. But as I say, the lady who trains it has got a team in terrific shape, and Pam Sly's got a horse here potentially thrown in, and a winner waiting to happen at a big price, 9-1. Well, there we go. Free bet. That's over in Clonmel. It's called Hey Johnny for Charlie Mullins and the Mullins gang. BIOWAVEGO for John Jerome Neal in the 450 at Worcester. Sheldon for Seamus Mullins in the 240 at Stratford. Both of them are on the nose. They're all on the nose. All to win, win, win. And an each way bet on that mixed wave in the 5 o'clock at Stratford. Very interesting horse that. That could be that job. A wink job. Have a great day. I'll see you at 6 tomorrow, and we're talking Dundalk. Go get 'em.